This is the Negro Ninja. And today I want to tell y'all about some dumb shit that happened at Barnes& and Nobles today. All right. So I'm at Barnes& and Nobles. I walk in and I basically survey the area to see what's a good place to sit. Okay. Because I don't want to be around niggas. And I see this white lady. Okay. And she's okay. She's not thin like I like. But I think she was cute in the face. She's a little chubby or whatever. But she was entertainable. Okay. I would lay my penis on her forehead. Yes. All right. I would lay it between her titties. She had a lot of things to entertain. Okay. Even though she wasn't really to my preferred taste. If she was slim, she'll really be on point. But she wasn't a bad looking lady. Okay. So as I decided to sit down, I see this black dude that is suspect. Okay. And I have seen him there before. He the type of motherfucker that just just really staring at you more than he should. You know how I be sitting down reading a book, and I get a little stiff sometimes, so I just stretch or whatever. And sometimes ladies will look, but this nigga be really into it. I'm just doing a little simple shit like this. Like I said, sometimes chicks are just kind of get enamored by something that's simple like that. His motherfucking ass being. I'm like, so I just be over there stretching or whatever, just doing what I'm doing just to loosen up or whatever. Okay. And this is what I'm doing. All right. And he really be into it. Okay, so I said, fuck that. I'm not sitting over here. This motherfucker finna think I'm finna sit down because of him. So I get up and I survey the area again. And then I just ended up finding a place to sit. And it brought me to where me and the chick was basically lining up like that. And I said, oh, that's a better view because I get to see her ass now when she's standing up. Okay. And I'm not really paying attention to much. I'm just sitting down because I'm there for the reason why I'm there to read a book and look at hoes. Okay. But I do notice that there's a nigga sitting at the table about right here. So I'm right here, about right there. Okay, he's a black dude, Dusty. Okay, and he seems like he might be gay. Okay, he's just a suspect nigga. Not paying no attention to him because I'm just checking out the white lady. Okay, how she got her legs crossed and all that type of stuff. And, she's taking notice and she basically gets into the mode that all women do when they know you're looking at her. She kind of starts putting on a show. But she was being more subtle because, she didn't really want nobody else to catch on too, but it was between me and her. So the suspect nigga gets up and I'm not paying him no attention. However, he draws attention to himself because I really wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about what's going on. And then does something along the lines, so, and I just happen to look in that direction and I see that he left a book on the table. And it's almost as if he wanted me to see what he was reading. And he was reading the Wiccan Bible. Okay, now as soon as I saw it, I literally said, what the hell, out loud. I said, what the hell? Okay. And, I didn't get a chance to really take a picture of the book or nothing because he just moved it immediately. I was about to say, look at what this motherfucker is reading. Okay, I would have just been texting at the people that I know or whatever. Okay. But it's at the Wiccan Bible. I just look on the front page and look like they got some sage and other little spices or something. I was like, this motherfucker here is bold as shit. And he also proved my point. You remember all them old Barnes& Nobles videos to where I was saying, I believe niggas sit around in Barnes& Nobles trying to cast spells on niggas. He pretty much just proved it. Okay, some people look at you for different reasons. Some hoes may look at you because they like you. Maybe they're casting a spell on you. Some niggas looking at you maybe because they think you're respectable. Maybe they're casting a spell on you or just trying to prey on you, which is the same thing anyway. Okay. And I was like, these motherfuckers are just stupid. Okay. You can't trust nobody. And then a little after that, me and the lady, just basically got the little silent sexual tension going on. Okay. And of course it didn't lead up to shit because she didn't take it there. I did everything I was supposed to by, basically let her know, you trying to put your forehead up under my penis? What's up? That's the look I give her. Okay. And then right after that, a black lady who was fat and old sits down. Okay, she was fat, but she wasn't like morbidly obese. I wasn't even thinking about her, and she was trying to talk to me. You know how people just try to talk to you, you don't want shit to do with them, they still be trying to talk anyway. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you distract me from my reading or my whole watching. Fuck you. Okay. And that's the respectable thing to do because I would have engaged. Then she would have just found reason to talk. The devil wants an inch. Okay, the devil wants an inch. All right. And it's very ironic because somebody sent me a PDF today talking about not entertaining foolishness. I'm like, what are the odds of this shit happening? Now, he sent me that later on as this shit was happening, while I was still there. I was like, because I didn't get a chance to read it until I got home. And I was like, that's kind of ironic. I'm like, what made him send me this? But, and I was like, yeah, that pretty much proves all my conspiracies about people trying to associate with you. Okay, they just want to get there and say something stupid or suggest something dumb. But like I said, I'm like, look, you're not even an attractive older woman. I'm not thinking about you. Then, she eventually sees what I'm doing or whatever. She just turns around and start looking at that white lady. Okay, and I'm dead. That's how she did it. There's a lot of subtleties. Okay. Now, when the white lady first noticed that a woman was sitting there, she did look, but she didn't know who the lady was because her back was turned. She was facing me because she sat to the chair to where she can see me, which is how I know she was flirting. I'm like, get your old ass on somewhere. Okay, you ain't got the same appeal as a white lady that's old. Okay, you got to be hot. Okay, when you're a black lady, otherwise you just kind of remind somebody of a auntie or grandmama or something. So so anyway, the white girl looks up because she sensed a female presence. She wanted to make sure, she was still doing the thing like, kind of being sneaky, like we doing something. She was like, and then she looked and kind of saw, making sure that the attention gonna stay on her. I'm like, look, I can give, I'm good at what I do. I can give all you hoes attention, but I'm not gonna get this bitch attention. Fuck her. All right, so let's just keep it going. And she's just up there doing all the little subtle stuff, basically getting off on it. I'm like, I know you little pussy, what? I know that. So anyway, look. Then the black lady, like I said, she was looking and then she started talking to the white girl. Turns out they knew each other the whole time. Oh, hey, that's what the white girl was saying. Okay. And then they just started talking, and the white girl offered her a cookie. I got a coupon for a cookie. The black girl lady was basically kind of just talking like, oh, woe is me. Kind of sort of like that. Not really like that, but you can tell she ain't really got much going on or whatever. I don't even know if this is a lot of wine. I just saw it. I just poured it in here because it's sweet. But let me know if I'm fucking myself up in the comments. But yeah. So anyway. And they eventually just started talking and they started talking more or whatever. And then the black lady still talking to him. I'm just ignoring her. Staring at the white girl. And whatever pussy is walking past that is entertaining me. They just, I'm right here and then the chicks are just kind of walking. They'll stop right there or stop right there or something. Basically it was a lot going on. There's always a lot going on when you stop to look. Okay. Then the white girl eventually sees me looking over here. As soon as I started looking at this one lady over here, in the same way I was looking at her, she couldn't see it. Now remember, she's facing me from that direction. The lady's over here in the bookshelf in between this, so she can't see nothing. But when I do like this, all it took was for a second, that white girl looked at me like this. Now I'm like, this shit is scary as hell, flirting with women. That's some scary shit. Like I said, I have been annoyed by thousands of demons. Okay, to the point where if it don't even really phase me. I'm just used to them. But that's some scary shit right there. When the women give you them looks like you in trouble, I'm like, oh, what the hell? We don't even know each other. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, that's some scary shit. So eventually she gets up or whatever, and she goes and get the black lady the cookie that she said she was gonna get her with the coupon. Okay, and of course I'm just bold staring because I'm that nigga. I'm just up here like, what's up? And you know how she's looking up to see, and I'm like, what's up? You trying to get this dick or what? Just all with looks. Even though the black lady looking at me, I'm still just doing what I'm doing, not even breaking character. Because like I said, I'm real to this shit. I'm handsome. I do what the fuck I want to. Okay, and the white girl, liking it and all this type of stuff. So instead of her just going over there to get the cookie, she basically, let's say she gets up out the seat, and then she kind of, lines up with me and just do like this. Yeah. They're just talking or whatever, and then she get closer. I'm like, you might as well just put your pussy in my face. Anybody gonna say nothing, do it. Okay, that's kind of metaphorically doing that type of shit. Like I said, it'd be a lot going on. Okay, then she just go over there, and like I'm saying, she going to the trash can. My eyes are glued to her ass and shit. I'm like, what's up? Okay, she getting off on it, and then she goes to the counter or whatever. Comes back, and the black lady's talking to me, and I'm just ignoring her. So let me see. I don't know if I want to show any pictures of her, but so basically, you know, she leaves all her stuff over here. She tell the black lady to watch her stuff. Then she comes back, and then she was like, "So how's the book?" So the white lady's talking to me directly. Okay, I said, "Oh," she said, "How's the end of the book?" Because I'm almost at the end. I said, "Oh, it's just the typical, a book about this, whatever. It ain't no story." Oh, okay. I'm just saying, just playing with you a little bit because I see that you're almost done. Okay, so she decides to sit closer to where she sits across from the black lady that was sitting right here. Okay, and then she eventually started, pointing her foot towards me and all this type of stuff, her leg crossing, doing that type of stuff. And she talking, so I'm just basically reading my book, texting and all this stuff, and looking at holes. And then of course I'm just doing what I'm doing, reading my book while still looking at her at the same time, letting her know I can multitask. I can multitask and finger you at the same time. It's probably how some women might think when they see multitasking. Oh, he's trying to better himself. He's flirting. So I know how hoes think. Okay, and then the black lady looking at me, and I know she's really paying attention because I ain't paying her no attention. And the white girl just like, and she's like, oh, he's really, just the subtleties. Okay, and then are we bugging with your reading? Are we talking too loud? I'm like, no, you good. And I just continue doing what I'm doing. Then sometimes I get so into my book that the white girl will just do something subtle to where it'll draw attention back to her a little bit. Like I'm just into it, and then she'll just make some type of sound or gesture to where I just look, and she's like, and once again that is cool. But you know how I am as a Negro. Okay, flirting is only good to a degree. You can't just keep sexual attention up here and not let it, you don't just take it up here, okay, and not let it climax and do this number here. That's what hoes want to do. Okay, so she basically just doing that because she think that I'm finna do something. I'm like, I could, but I'm not going to. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all another story that happened before this involving somebody much younger. But I guess I'll do it in the next video. All right, so they all act the same. It don't matter what age these chicks are. They all retarded because they all taught to be stupid. Okay. Then she eventually starts pointing her feet towards me. Like she wasn't sitting with her legs crossed. She was sitting like this to where, let's just say, it's pointed like this. And I was seeing her coochie and like she was wearing some leggings and shit. So she was just sitting to where, the bowl was showing and shit. And I'm just basically just being even bolder. I'm just like, let me see what I'm. Hold up. Let me get my mask real quick to give y'all a good understanding. I don't want to pause it because the microphone be acting dumb. Okay, because it's stupid because all this stuff is happening even to before she saw my face, but she can tell when you look good. So I'm just over there and I'm just say I'm reading a book or whatever. Then she get bodacious with it and want to show the coochie print and shit. So I'm just keeping my composure, just checking out while I'm reading. And then I get too into it, she'll just do something to draw their attention back on them. So like I'm saying, I'm like, this is cool and all, but you need to escalate it a little further. Because me as a man, to me, one could even say that's the first step right there. Okay, I'm giving her attention. Okay, but she's not trying to guide. She wants me to give her attention and to guide her. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's like what I be saying about the Holy Spirit. When you feel the Holy Spirit come upon you, what do? You accept it. God, please give me the power. Oh, okay. You're not going to say, God, convince me why I should accept it. You're not going to do that. Because you know what's going to happen? God does like this. His eyes go off of you. They go to another, in this case, it's going to be another chick. All right. So let's just, like I said, I had to just say all them details just to give y'all a good idea of how crazy stuff be and how dragged out it be. And I eventually finished the book, and I'm just basically sitting there just, checking the check out while playing with my phone or whatever. So I'm clearly being obvious as if that's not a strong move right there. Just sitting up there. And she could leave, okay, because it got to the point where we had to get kicked out the store. That's how, trying to wait for somebody to do the first move or whatever. Okay. And she was about to go, but she just figured, is he going to do something? Or I'm like, no, I'm just going to give you the opportunity to do something. Okay. And then she even took off her face mask and everything, just to. So if a chick is sitting up there in Barnes and Nobles with her face mask off, the bitch is flirting. But it don't mean nothing because you know how hoes are with flirting. Then we eventually get kicked out. Hey, y'all, we got to go. Y'all got to go. It's closing time. Okay, we leave. And that's what walking. She dropped something on purpose. I'm like, she did that shit on purpose. Like, I'm just going to turn around or something. I'm like, y'all ain't saying shit. Okay, fuck it. So, we go to the car or whatever. And I realized that that was parked near me, like the shit I be talking about. I'm like, how the fuck do all these bitches that be following me around the store, they always parking near me or next to me or something? And this was one of those cases. But the black lady that I was ignoring, she was parked right behind me, which I found very suspicious. Okay, and she saw me go to my car, and it's almost as if she knew which car I was going to go to, which I found extra suspicious. Now, this is all subtle. Okay, but God giving me this Negro instinct, and I'm catching it, but I ain't letting her know I'm catching it. I'm just catching it. I'm like, somebody write about this shit here. Somebody write about this shit here. But the white girl, she was parked about right here. So the lady lining up with me, the black lady, while the white girl is right here. And when I saw how both of their cars looked, I was like, yeah, it's good that I didn't try to escalate shit. Because I didn't like the type of cars they was driving. Now, I'm not trying to be arrogant. Okay, because it was not easy for me to get my car. Okay. And I'm blessed to have a car that's like new, only one person had it before me. Okay. And it wasn't even 50,000 miles. It was barely even 45,000 miles. Okay. So it was a good deal on it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing. Okay. Because this stuff ain't easy out here. Okay, but even on the inside, it looked like they kept their cars nasty on the inside. It was basically hoofties that they was both driving. And I'm like, this black lady trying to talk to me driving a hoofty. You don't get the fuck on somewhere. And it wasn't even the fact that it was a hoofty that she was driving. It's not about the adversity that you go through. It's about how you carry yourself in it. And she didn't really seem like she was high frequency to me. Now, the white girl wasn't high frequency either. Not like I would like, but she didn't look as dusty as the black lady. Okay. And I'm like, so you got to be careful because if I would have laid my dick on this white girl's forehead, that'll make other girls like her think that I'm going to do it too. Oh, you did that to her. You're going to do it to me. I'm like, Because you can't just think, oh man, I was just trying to get one off. Okay, you got to be very careful. That was my gut instinct before I'm not finna say shit to her. You got to get what you really want. And this is why I have this policy to where I put in the least amount of effort. Remember, I grew up around people treating women that treated inferior men like kings. They did everything. Niggas didn't do shit. So you telling me that a nigga that look like this has to, squeeze a rock just to get a tiny piece of a drip of water? What the fuck I look like? Okay, you got fruit over here. What the fuck I look like trying to get water from a rock for him? Okay. And that's why I got that policy, because I know this for a fact. Now I might make a video giving y'all more insight on why I think the way I think. Okay. It's just like being around people that's not at your level, being around weaklings. They make sure they make it hard for you. The simplest thing, they don't want to give you recognition for them. Okay, no matter what you do, instead of just praising you for it, they'll say you overdoing it. You ain't got to work that hard, man. Somebody else do something, they'll recognize a good job, like at them jobs to where people give each other, where they let people acknowledge one another before they can get a reward. I'm like, that's some bullshit. Why can't it just be the manager that acknowledges the hard work? They just don't give it all to each other because they like each other. I could do a whole nother topic video on that one. But true to what I'm thinking, it has never changed. I'm 34 years old. Okay, when did I start making videos? I was saying shit like that in my 20s making these videos. And shit ain't changed. I'm on, halfway to 40. Okay. Okay, you do got to stick to your guns. You got to stick to them. Okay, because things around you don't get better. Okay, they're going to remain the way they were, which makes you decide to take this particular path. Okay, but what does get better is your decisions. Okay, and discerning people that meet these requirements that you're putting up. Okay. That's what changes. Okay, that's what motherfuckers hate right there. You come up there with your own shit, and they want to get mad that you think the way you thinking, because they couldn't think of it first, because they don't got the strength to even have this. Man, I'm just gonna try. As long as I'm trying, I'm like, Okay, that's like you telling me to play the lottery. Oh man, just keep trying. Okay, you can tell somebody to play the lottery if you want to, but you don't try to pressure them. Let me $10 a week on lottery. That could be $10 a week towards saving up to something, or maybe even an investment. It's all about putting your energy where it really belongs. That's why I believe in not doing anything. Okay, because when you look at hoes don't do nothing neither. They just sit themselves somewhere, and the nigger does all the work. And that's what she was trying to do when she even got up and moved closer. I'm like, that's good, but you need to say something. Okay, you're talking to me. You said something to me a few times. You see that I'm easily friendly and approachable. Okay, the ball is in your court. Okay, if you want to swallow this load, you got to ask. I tell you hoes that a closed mouth don't get fed. If you want to see me, you better say I. Okay, say daddy, feed me, and say I. And I say, oh. Okay, you shall be fed. Okay, you shall be fed. And I guess that's all I got to say for this rant, since it's 23 minutes. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.